Well, it's a word no one wants to hear, cancer. Yet statistics show half of all men and a third of all women will get the disease. In many cases, people simply suffer in silence as they try to cope with the illness. Well, now, as Lori Johnson reports, an organization is teaching churches how to help cancer patients.
Hello, Sheila.
Hello.
Hi, how are you, dear?
Doing well.
Good to see you.
After years of counseling cancer patients, Reverend Percy McCrae knows they bear a burden unlike people fighting other illnesses.
Psychologically and emotionally, cancer patients, particularly people of faith, are struggling with their faith at that point. What did I do wrong? Is there something that I did that caused God to punish me?
Thanks to his training, Reverend McCrae knows the importance of encouragement. Then one conversation helped him realize others need to learn these skills too.
The patient shared with me that they were impacted more by the pastoral care support that they received at the bedside of our hospital than they did at their local church.
Typically, churches are very effective when it comes to helping people with all kinds of problems like financial or marital, but often fall short when it comes to dealing with health care issues.
Especially cancer.
And therefore, they really struggle with what do I say, when do I say it, how do I say it? And so what happens, one of the number one dynamics that takes place with the cancer patient and their caregiver is that they begin to feel a sense of isolation and that people begin to avoid them altogether.
To bridge this gap, Reverend McCrae and his associates at the Cancer Treatment Centers of America approached churches about teaching their members how to minister to their brothers and sisters with cancer. It's called Our Journey of Hope.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America offers free training for 2 people from a church who use what they learn here to raise up cancer ministries in their home congregations.
Participants learn the basics of the disease and treatments in order to focus on what it's like for the patient. An added incentive for churches, the training, food, lodging, even the course materials are all free.
We did not want to limit the ability to have the average church receive this training because of lack of resources.
LaWanda Long attended the seminar years ago and now passes on what she learned to volunteers at Atlanta's Enon Baptist Church.
When we announced we were going to start this ministry, I want to say we started out with 12 to 15 folk, and all of them had a personal relationship with cancer. Either they were a cancer survivor or a caregiver of a cancer patient.
She teaches volunteers 1 night a week for 8 weeks to prepare them to meet with cancer patients in their church.
Sometimes people don't know what to say for those who's battling with cancer. Sometimes they may say, oh, I have a loved one who had cancer. They had that same symptom and they died. Wrong thing to say. I think the main thing we're trying to train people is to have empathy, to listen, to not try to fix it, but just to be there, to realize that God is everywhere and God will have a witness in every situation.
So far, the ministry's a success.
A lot of times people don't understand the impact cancer does to a family and to a person. It's more than just a physical detriment. It attacks their spirit and attacks their soul.
Lisa McDermott remembers suffering through 5 months of chemotherapy for breast cancer.
With me, it was strictly fatigue. I just could not get off the couch, just down.
She asked the cancer ministry for help with daily needs.
It makes a real difference when you're just too sick to do anything. You don't feel well, you don't want to do the dishes, you don't want to get up, you don't want, you've got groceries to get, you don't want to go drive anywhere, so it's a great ministry.
Lisa dealt with one main point person who recruited others to pitch in.
Everything makes a difference. People, phone calls, cards, letters, just to know that people are thinking about me, praying for me, caring about me.
The cancer ministry made such an impression that Lisa wanted to get the training.
We put packages together for everyone that we find out about, that's referred to us, care packages for them all. I got one too. It was very, very nice. All kinds of things in the little care package, books and journals and socks to keep warm and just hats, all kinds of things, just beautiful things, jewelry.
As Nefertiti Dixon's mother fought ovarian and colon cancer, the ministry stepped in.
Oh goodness, words can't explain. They were awesome. Just when you think you're by yourself, you're not.
Although her mom lost her fight, the cancer ministry made those final days easier.
Helping just around the house, food, things that my mom needs. She would need errands ran, medicine. Sometimes she just wanted to have someone to sit with her and talk, just companionship.
They also helped Nefertiti, who, as a working mom with 2 children, became overwhelmed with the pressure of caring for her sick mother. So while cancer will likely continue to strike far too many, churches now can choose to help those dealing with the disease. Lori Johnson, CBN News.
Both my parents are cancer survivors. I've had dear friends who've been stricken with it. Some of them died from it. Some of them recovered. A dear friend of mine had stage 4, and he's now cancer-free. And so you have to learn how to walk through it with them, and the tremendous needs that are placed on the families, the caregivers, and it takes expertise. It takes more than just saying a good word. You've got to be willing to walk the road with them. And if you'd like to know more about this cancer training and how it can be of benefit to you or your church, all you have to do is go to cbnnews.com and click on our Journey of Hope link, and you can get more information there.